Good morning. Well, today is the day. I have been sitting here since Tuesday evening. Well, really, I got here Monday evening, but since Tuesday, I knew that I was going to run today. So, 3 days. I run tonight. I'm going to head up there a little early to get a decent parking spot and get checked in and everything. The rodeo is like, okay, so there's the American Bank Center. We have to park. It's downtown, like right on the beach. You can walk like 30 feet out of the building and you're in the water. That's how close it is to the beach. So there's like a carnival going on, and Clay Walker is playing tonight, so parking is going to be crazy. But you walk your horse like a couple blocks, I guess, when I'm looking at the map, through all of that, like down the street, through the carnival or alongside the carnival to get to the American Bank Center. I'm going to get there during the day so that Spencer is not having to navigate all that at night, because he is not a fan of loud noises and or lights. I don't know. It's going to be a wreck. I'm not going to say it's going to be a wreck. It's going to be interesting. I am just going to ride him because I feel like we will both be safer if I'm on his back helping him than on the ground trying not to get ran over. I went to the beach the first day and I got so freaking sunburned. I was only there for an hour. My back is as red as my shirt still, and I don't burn that way. And I'm normally completely brown the next day. I don't know if this medication that I'm on is like a birth control. It's really not anything, but sometimes they can make you light sensitive. Oh my God. I'm this color and I hurt so bad I can't wear a bra. So I don't know what to do, because usually I will burn and the next day I am brown and it never hurts. And this is a whole different kind. I don't know what the kind of burn this is, but it's different. It for sure is. Like when my little ponytail holder touches the middle of my back, I can feel it like a wasp stinging me. It's insane. So I have actually been sharing Spencer's ice boots, and after he wears them, I take them off and I lay on them just to try to get the heat out of my back. I don't even know why it was just my back. Like, my legs were the whitest things on me, and they got a little pink, but like they're tan now. Literally the next day they were tan. Not my back. I don't know what in the heck. Anyway, so I'm going to try not to put on clothes until I have to, but we have to, when we check in, we have to take headshots and all that, and so they're making us wear dress code, and I'm like, do I have to wear a bra during dress code? I mean, I don't have Tiggo bitties. They're not very big. I feel like I could probably get away with it, but I went to try to wear a sports bra. That's a no-go, bro. That is a no-go. It hurt so freaking bad. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do as far as that goes. Like, I might just like put little band-aids over my little nips. I know that's terrible, but like I hurt so bad. I'm fixing to go ice Spencer every day. That's something I've been doing. Compression wrap, ice, let his legs rest, compression wrap, ice at night. That's what I do, morning and night. And been riding him, just walking around, trotting. Yesterday I worked a smaller pattern just to see like how fast I was going to have to get up out of my saddle, get two-handed. I wanted Spencer to know that he was fixing to have to move his feet very quickly. The times haven't reflected what the pattern looks like. So the pattern is very small, like 12-second-y small, but they have the timers sat right by the alley. So you have to run in and you have to run out. And that is where you're getting the 14-second times, is because it's so far from the timer to the first barrel, like further than it would normally be. But the pattern is teeny tiny. I could fit it in my living quarters horse trailer. It's very small. So it's on beach sand. Basically, the sand at the beach matches the sand in the arena. And what I noticed was, for a lot of horses, it didn't look very deep. It looked kind of shallow. Like when they're turning the barrels, I can see their ankles. But if they run in there and they like really intentionally bury up, and they go in there and they anchor up on their like inside hock or something, like Spencer does to his first barrel, it's giving. So the sand, I know a lot of people don't like this arena's dirt. They don't handle it very well. They don't handle it very well. This is basically what we run on at home in my backyard. It is shifty crap. It's like sand and it is shifty. The only difference is the color of it. But basically it's the same thing, and mine has a little dirt mixed into it. This is just sand. But yeah, I'm really not worried about it. I don't think Spencer is going to struggle even a bit to handle this ground. So I do feel really good about that. And yeah, I don't know. I have to be in the top 2 to move on to Saturday's round, the shootout round or the short go or whatever you want to call it. And then I don't know how it works from there. I think if you're in the top 3, you have to run again later that evening in the Triple Crown. I don't know. If you win 3 events in a row, they give you $1 million bonus. So I don't know, but they call it the Triple Crown round. Basically, if you win that round, then you're in for the next 2 events, like, you know, you're competing for $1 million. I actually have not been nominating to the other events. I know that nominations started over for the Women's World and for Salt Lake City, and probably Corpus Christi again. I have not nominated because I have a lot going on right now, just between clinics and some personal stuff that I'll tell you guys about in about a week. And I just cannot handle another thing being on my plate right now as far as nominations go. So I'm not nominating to the next few WCRA rodeos. The one that I might try to get to is the Women's World. I'll just enter a qualifier for that and see if I can qualify. I won't do the whole hauling contest again. That was I just finished that to get to Corpus Christi. And I know that it was a short year because of COVID, so, like, we all had to go, like, every single weekend. But I am just not ready. And financially, because of what else I have going on right now, I cannot afford to do all of it. It just would not be financially responsible for me to pay double entry fees right now, basically, the nominations. So, yeah. I mean, we'll see. But this might be my last event until this fall or winter, just because of what we've got going on. So, yeah. But I am feeling really good about tonight. I mean, they pay the top 4 or 5, I think. So, you know, I just want to hold in there for a check because money is always nice. But yeah, getting in the top 2 and, man, this whole thing is pretty surreal. Like, just the fact that I'm still here, like, there are like 15 trailers here. When I got here, this place was packed. And now I've watched people just, I guess, running in the last qualifier round is kind of surreal because you just watch people go home, you know, that didn't advance on. Just, well, they came, and you know that, like, it's kind of crazy because, you know, if they qualified, like, they come back here to wait until Saturday. But if they don't qualify, then they usually just go home from the American Bank Center. And some people come back and get their stuff, but then they leave. And it's been kind of like surreal watching people come in and come out or not come back at all. And this parking lot is just getting emptier and emptier and emptier. So, you know, I want to be the one that comes back. I want to be the one that makes the top 2. But when I looked at my set, I feel like people were like, oh, that's an easy set. And then they all traded over here. So I think 4 or 5 of the people, not including me, that were in the top 10 in the qualifying round ended up in my set. And, like, really, it's crazy. I think I had more in the top 10 in my set than any other set. I may be wrong about that, but when I glanced at it, I was like, what in the heck? So, it'll be a for sure tough night, and I'm just happy to be here. I never thought, I think I thought I was going to make the top 24, or I wouldn't have, even bothered spending the money to come out this way and drive 7.5 hours. But, I was just happy when I made the top 48 and got here. And then I was like, oh, it'd be cool. I think I can make the top 24. Like, I can outrun half of them. Just based on hit barrels alone, I'm pretty sure I can outrun half of them. Top 8, pulled a check. Never expected that. I promise you, I did not expect that. And so here we are. And I'm just been hanging out for 3 days. Went to the beach, got incredibly sunburned, played with a jellyfish. Didn't know it was a jellyfish. I'm from West Texas. We don't have water. Then I went to the aquarium yesterday. I've just been trying to do some things to, like, keep my mind easy. You know what I mean? Like, I went and bought a TV and a bunch of movies before I left, and just been doing whatever I can do to keep my mind easy. I think the worst thing you can do is just think about it too much. So it's kind of like, I'm literally more worried about getting there and getting set up, as far as like check-in and parking and my horse getting to the arena, not being frazzled. Warm-up's supposed to be a nightmare, so I think I'm going to ride here. But I'm more worried about that than I am my run. Like, my run's like, I have to go around 3 barrels. Well, I've only done that a billion times before. So, the actual run does not bother me at all. I'm like, it's 3 barrels on dirt in a different arena. Though we've done this a million times. So, and I set up a smaller pattern yesterday for Spencer to kind of work on, and he was like, okay, it's smaller. He didn't seem to care at all. So, yeah, I think we're just going to freaking send it and see what happens. This is one of those deals where, like, literally anybody can win this thing, because everybody here is tougher than crap. So at this point, it just has to be your day or someone else's. And if it's not your day, then be excited that it was someone else's, because honestly, at this point, like, it could be anybody. I'm 7th on the ground tonight. The hand rake, it seems to be fine. I've seen some runs that were really fast that were later on in the draw, so I'm not worried about that. Spencer's super strong. I don't think he really cares either. If it's not, like, just incredibly deep, he's happy. And I don't think that it is. I really don't. And even if it gets deep, it's beach sand, so it's fairly light. It's not holding him. So I don't think that he will struggle with it very much at all. And I could be wrong about that. I don't know. But in 5 years, Spencer is taking 1 misstep in 5 years. So I don't worry about him handling ground. If he doesn't handle it, it's really freaking bad. And I haven't seen any girls not handle it in one way or the other. Maybe their horse stood up. Maybe they played a little safe. Maybe they skated just a little bit. But nobody's gone in there and just freaking ate shit. So I'm for sure not going to. Anyways, I'll let you guys know how it goes.